Hey everyone, Jason Saw, Roar Sports. So wanted to take a minute and just share with you two ways or two techniques to trim your player's excess flag belt. As you know, some of the players are smaller waisted and they have quite a bit of excess hanging down. We want to trim that off because we don't want anything hanging down while they're playing except the flag belts themselves that are made to be pulled. And so there's some extra flag belt material we need to deal with. Now, the material used on these belts is a polyester type material, and if you just simply snip it, it's going to fray on you. So what we're going to do is we're going to trim it off, and I'm going to show you two ways or two techniques to do that without it fraying, and it'll be nice, neat, concise, and ensure your player gets through the season without having to continue to fiddle and play with their belt. Okay, the first technique we're going to use is the official method recommended by NFL Flag. So this is the official NFL Flag method. So if you want to do it by the book, here we go. We need to remember though that, and understand this warning, that the belts are not designed to be freely cut. They're not designed to be freely cut because if so, fraying will occur. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to wrap tape around the area that we want to trim. Now this is assuming you've already measured and fit your player nice and snug. We want that belt nice and snug around your player's waist, and you mark it and you're ready to cut it. So we wrap the area we're going to cut, and now we're going to cut through the tape. So make sure when you wrap it, you wrap in front and behind of where you're going to cut it. Now cut through the middle of where we have taped it, and then we're left with a shortened belt, and we have a little bit exposed here where we cut. So we're going to take some extra tape and wrap around the edge. And so this is the first method, the official method of NFL Flag. Okay, so you saw how to do it, and that's the official NFL Flag way to do it. Now, this is a method that I have come up with. I use this when I add Bible ribbons to my Bible to stop the edges from fraying. It's another simple technique. We are not responsible for anything that happens when you're trying this technique. It's not extremely dangerous, but just use some caution when you're doing it. Real quick, before we get into this next part, I wanted to make sure you know wear some safety protection. The knife will get probably kind of hot depending on how you heat it up, so make sure you got something to protect your hand as you do this next step. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to trim our belt, and we're going to do it exactly the way I just told you not to in the first part of the video. We're just going to cut it. And as we cut it, you can see there is some fraying that may occur. So instead of using the tape and making it heavily, what we are going to do is we're going to take a butter knife, and men, if you're doing this, just don't let your wife catch it. We're going to take a butter knife and we're going to heat it up. We're going to get it nice and hot. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. We're going to just touch the edge of the belt, and you'll see what will happen is it'll start melting some of the material down there, and it puts a little crusty sealed edge. You may want to do it a couple times to make sure you have a good seal there, but there you go. The fraying is stopped, the edge is sealed. Now what I would recommend to do is put one piece of tape around this the flap, because this is going to be like a flap that's excess. You're going to have a little bit of excess. I would use this tape around there. That helps secure it, keep the belt tight. Okay, so there you go. Two methods to trim your flag belt. We hope you enjoyed this and look forward to seeing you out there on the field.